I had to work to substitute some money, and believe it or not, become a doorman. Now, back in them days, he wasn't called a doorman, he was called a bouncer. And I'm going to tell you something now, I hated some of them. I worked with them, I had to protect someone because that was my job, but I hated them. They were big-headed, horrible, nasty people. I was only there to earn money. But my other job was to talk to the customers and to let them know I was there for them. I wasn't there for any other reason. I didn't want to fight. I simply needed the money. So this particular night in 1985, I've been working. So by the time I got home at 8, about 4:30, after work, again it was at Wharfdale Road, to the house, as you understand, as you walk to the front door, had the stairs going up, to the front, to the back window, and then the left and right side were bedrooms. I got my wife asleep in the master bedroom, and I got my 3 kids asleep in the other bedroom, because we had 2 bedrooms. So I was moving around as quietly as possible. I didn't put any lights on, because I didn't want to disturb the kids or the missus. I'd be in trouble if the kids woke up, started crying. Oh, I'd better get to sleep. The missus would nag me to death. Anyway, I've come out of the bathroom and I'm walking past the window at the top of the stairs. And as I walked past it, all I got was netting up and nothing else up. But as I walked past it, something caught my eye, a flash. So I stopped. I went back, I moved the curtain back, I looked across to the bottom of the garden, where you got these 3 up, as I explained, there's 3 up houses, with a granny flat at the bottom, and I could see this light flashing, but then I realised it wasn't one singular light flashing. Yes, it was one light, but then it was the next light to it. That one went off. Then the next light to it, and that one went off. Then the next light to that one, and that one went off. So it was going on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, as it travelled around something. And I couldn't quite see it at the time because it was dark, just like the sky was. So I couldn't quite see it. So I stared, and I got some idea with this light travelling around. It'll travel around, take a couple of seconds to get from left to right, then it'll disappear around the back. I'll wait for a short period of time, and then it would reappear around the front that I could see. It was hovering above that, well, I don't know if it was hovering above the houses or whether it was further past the houses. I can tell you that the roof covered the bottom part of the UFO. So I don't know what was underneath the UFO. I only know these flashing lights were indicating there was something there. It was dark, and I think most people would have taken notice of it. So again, I went into the bedroom, woke the wife up. I thought she's going to have to come and look at this. But again, I've got a cold shoulder. So by the time I got back to the window, it was a good job she didn't get out of bed because it was gone. And that's the frustrating thing about these sightings. You see an object, and you don't see an object. It's there 1 minute, then it's disappeared. Again, no sound. It wasn't a blip. No lights flashing around at 3:30 in the morning. What the hell would a blip be doing out there? Blips usually advertise, and that's what they use to attract attention so they can advertise. So it wouldn't be out there at 3:30. thinking about it, I should have run around, out the house, down the road, turn left, then left again, and gone down there, run down there to see if I could see it. I didn't think about it. I was stunned by what I see. The next morning when I got up, I rang Manson Airport, which is about 4 miles away from where I was living. Manson Airport told me straight that they had no traffic out there at that time. So I wasn't looking at a Manson unless it was some new technology.
It happened early hours of the morning and his family was fast asleep with this one, and his attention was drawn to this flashing white light off to the southwest. He's done these overhead drawings to show the upstairs of his layout, and the window here, which he spotted the UFO from. So he's come up the staircase here and he peers out of there, and that's where it was. So yeah, there was this silhouette of it. I don't know how well you can see that actually. Can you just about make out the shape as well as the lights? Yeah. So this is an animation that John put together to sort of show the light. Now, what's missing is the gap. So it would vanish for several seconds. So imagine it's going across like that, it gets to there, and then it vanishes several seconds, and it's back there again. That's essentially what it was actually looking like. And that's where we figure this white light was travelling around the base of the object. So in an anti-clockwise direction. Just a single light going around like that. So very interesting, and it had this kind of dome, the main base bulk of the object had this kind of dome disc shape to it. This is another drawing he's done. This is all the positions of the white light. So he's done them all at once essentially, but obviously at any one point there was only one of those. He observed it for about 30 to 40 seconds, so long enough to get a good look at this thing. And you can see there that it's like right on the roof of the house here. Now, he didn't think it was landed on top of the house, he think it was probably behind the house and he's just catching a glimpse of it over the roof of the house. But it was only just about visible really. Difficult to judge the size and distance, especially after dark, very, very hard to tell exactly how far away the thing was. Went to wake his partner up, and then when he returned, now he was away for about sort of 3 minutes to try and wake her up, so it wasn't like a couple of seconds that he looked away, it was several minutes. But even so, first of all, it's the wrong shape and lighting for any kind of aircraft or drone. You know, drones are kind of quite small, and even then, it's back in the 80s. Don't forget, we're still back in the 80s at this point. So, don't think it was a drone. Definitely doesn't have the lighting or shape of a helicopter or anything like that. Now, let's say it had been some sort of weird light display here. Let's say that nearby there was some sort of celebration thing, and they set up some sort of scaffolding with some sort of flashing lights on. Okay. Oh, it's possible. Of course it's possible. The thing is, it wouldn't have vanished, would it, at 3:30 in the morning? Why were they're randomly going to turn it off at 3:30? If it's still running at 3:30, it's likely to be running until the morning time. And also, John knew his local area, and he wasn't aware of anything going on in the area that could have been that. It's unlikely to be a model due to the kind of size of it and also the time that it was seen. Again, why would somebody be flying a kind of dome disc shaped object with lights on at 3:30 in the morning? If you're going to do some sort of fake UFO and start flying around the neighbourhood, why would you do it when nobody was there to see it? So again, it's another very, very interesting sighting. No movement with this one, but again, you've got the sudden disappearance of the object after a period of time. And unfortunately, with no photographs with this.
You know, I represent the time when nobody had phones. You know, nobody had a phone. If they had a phone in their house, they were snobs. You know, to have something like a cellular phone back then would have been science fiction. It wasn't something that you thought about. Oh, I'll have my camera with me next time I go out. You never know, I might see something and click it. But of course it doesn't work like that. They're pretty much in control of what they're doing.